All right, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which is the Most High in the name of His Son, Yahweh Shai. Okay, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Okay, and honors and salutations to all you Akim out there that labor in this truth. We'll get right into it. This lesson is the collapsing of America, which is probably going to be a few-part series, that I'm going to do because there's a lot of information that I want to get out through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai about how basically America is going to be destroyed. And the Most High, you got to remember, because the Most High could have destroyed this place overnight just like that. But the Lord systematically breaks down wicked kingdoms once they get lifted up in their wickedness. So America is the wickedest kingdom. Okay, that's going to be the greatest destruction ever. That's what we are about to witness, the greatest destruction ever. And actually, we're witnessing it now, man. The Most High is masterfully destroying America, man. So we're going to show you through the spirit, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, how the Most High is doing it and how everything that you see happening lines up with the scriptures. Now, you see, I got this one article right here from the Sovereign Investor Daily. All right, this is one article. Okay, and it tells you about, I'm going to read the headline. It says 80% stock market crash to strike in 2017, economist warns. Okay, this is December 14, 2016. So this is a recent article that they put out there. Okay, because today is what, December 15th. Okay, so it says this strike they warned in 2017. Now these are insiders that are saying these, and some of these guys are the same guys that so-called predicted certain other in 2008. And other various type of economic crashes or whatever the case is. And then we're gonna go into this article, which Lord willing, in 2017 be the year that America be destroyed. But we don't know that for sure. You know what I'm saying? We know that it's gonna be a hell of a year. We know that it's gonna, because 2016 is done. We're already in 2017. You might as well say, all right. In 2016, man, came in and went out in a blaze of fire, man. Came and went, man. And a lot of heavy things happened, man. A lot of spiritual things happened. A lot of spirits were active. A lot of people got pushed out of the truth. A lot of demons revealed themselves. A lot of destructions were happening. A lot of false flags were coming out, like information about a lot of things that were set up, So I'm going to read on in this article right here. It says several noted economists and distinguished investors are warning of a stock market crash. And we've been telling you brothers about this for the longest because it's in the scriptures, it's prophesied. Now you got Esau, the insiders, they speak because they're the ones who, either they're privy to the information of the ones who control the economy, who boost the rates, raise the rates, print the money, okay, or they're the actual people that do it. Some of these different guys, all right? They're lesser luminaries, such as this guy right here, Jim Rogers, who founded the Quantum Fund with George Soros, which we all know about him. He's definitely a luminary. He set up a lot of those different so-called, all these different protests and Black Lives Matter and all. He's one of the driving forces behind it. A lot of these different groups that these so-called Negroes have set up were basically set up and established by the so-called white man, like the NAACP and various other of those type of groups. It says, went apocalyptic when he said a 68 trillion biblical collapse is poised to wipe out millions of Americans. Okay, 68 trillion biblical collapse. Now, why did he say a biblical collapse? Because why? It goes back to the scriptures, man. All right, through the spirit. So I'm gonna come back to this article because there's a lot of good points. Like I said, it's gonna be probably a few part series through the spirit. We'll see how it works. But now this is the book of Zephaniah, and actually I'm going to start at the first verse. All right, the main point is in verse 11. But Zephaniah chapter 1, it said, the word of the Lord which came unto Zephaniah, the son of Kashai, the son of Gedaliah, the son of Amarai, the son of Hezekiah, in the days of Josiah, the son of Amon, king of Judah. I will utterly consume all things from off the land, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Now, the land it's talking about here really is talking about America, man, because the scriptures tell you in the book of, is it Malachi? 4-1, that day shall be as the oven. Okay, matter of fact, let me just get it real quick. Bear with me. Right, this is Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly," starting with Esau, because Esau is the epitome of pride, which is the so-called white man today, whether he calls himself German, Greek, Jewish, whatever lies he tells, he's an Edomite. All right, it says, "The day shall burn as an oven," meaning what? From those nuclear missiles, the heat that's going to come from the nuclear missiles that's going to be shot off and hit here in America is going to make America turn into a great big oven. It's going to be like if you put a person inside like a turkey or something, man. All right? Like a turkey in a goddamn oven, man. So it says that day is going to burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly, and even not just Esau, the other nations, and the 2/3 of Israel, man. Okay, the wicked Israelites that refused to humble themselves and return back to the Lord shall be stubble. So it says shall be stubble. So showing you how hot it's going to get, man. In that day, in the day that cometh, because this day didn't happen yet. Really, this is future prophecy. You got a lot of people that claim, it's only about the Old Testament. What's this talking about, man? What day is it talking about? Some people say, oh, well, that was for that. No, this didn't happen yet, man. What day came that burnt everything up, man? Everything. It says, in that day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So the nuclear missiles have the power and capability to wipe out everything in sight, from buildings to all the trees. The landscape that you see will be leveled, turned into a wasteland. When those missiles hit, they turn everything into a wasteland. So again, when we were back over here in Zephaniah, when it says, "I will utterly consume all things from off the land," saith the Lord, you know what it's talking about. It's talking about those nuclear missiles, and the land is talking about mainly here in America. Other parts throughout the world is going to be destroyed as well, but the destruction, the whole America is going to be destroyed, and it's going to be turned into a great big lake of fire, as it tells you in Revelations. Verse 3, "I will consume man and beast." If you're not written in the book, if you're not part of the elect, you're going to die. So that's why, a lot of people like to make fun or think it's a joke. But if you're not part of the elect, you're going to be missile food. That's why we do our diligence to make our calling and election sure. Okay? And you brothers out there now, man, you better be as diligent as you can, because Yahweh Shai is on his way, man. And you want to be found in the right spirit, doing the work of the Lord. The scriptures say when Yahweh Shai comes, shall he find faith. It says, "I will consume the fowls of the heaven and the fishes of the sea and the stumbling blocks with the wicked." All right? So all these other false doctrines and things that God's been putting out there, the Most High is going to destroy all that, man. All them garbage breakdowns that religion, Christianity, Islam, because Islam ain't the way, man. Islam it's never been the way. That's not our culture. That's not our book. That's not our belief, and there's no truth in it. It's a falsehood. It was created, man. That's dogma. That's the real dogma, as well as all those other religions that's out there, man. All right, but the Lord said he's going to destroy the stumbling blocks with the wicked, and I will cut off man from off the land, saith the Lord. I will also stretch out my hand upon Judah and upon all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and I will cut off the remnant of Baal from this place in the name of Chamarims with the priests. So, meaning, in other words, all these wicked ass niggas that still worshiping these idols, worshiping these different false deities, that black conscious group movement, the Lord is going to destroy all that. You ain't going to be able to be sitting here talking about no goddamn black power. It ain't about, you don't see the Most High's power. And the Most High's power is towards his people, Israel. Because it's all about Israel. And the thing about it is you niggas ain't even woken up, but you're Israelites. But since you don't want to wake up, those missiles are going to be the wake-up call. It says, "And them that worship the hosts of heaven upon the housetops, and them that worship and that swear by the Lord and that swear by Malcolm." You got niggas named Malcolm, man. Malcolm X. That, which the word Malcolm, I mean, it goes to Molet, which really comes from the Hebrew word Malak, which means king. But This is talking about the deities that they were calling Molech, that they was worshiping as if they were the Most High. All right. So the Lord said he's going to destroy them. Verse 6, and them that are turned back from the Lord, and those that have not sought the Lord. So all you guys that fell off, that's why the Spirit get on the apostles, other men, to prophesy against you guys that left the truth. You guys that went back into the world. Okay, you guys that got seduced by those seducing spirits, man. You guys that gave up. You guys that ain't pushing. You guys that are perverting the gospel. The Lord said, and them that are turned back, meaning what? 1 minute you was in the truth, or you was worshiping the Lord, you was teaching in his name, okay? You were out there teaching about the commandments of the Lord, right? And on the highways and the byways, then you stop going out. Okay, the Lord said that. I'm just reading what the scriptures say. It says, and them that are turned back from the Lord, and those that have not sought the Lord, which is the 2/3. Because really the Lord, the only people that got a chance of seeking the Lord is Israel. So the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they haven't sought the Lord, man. They sought their own thing. They wanted to establish their own comfortability here in America. And that's why you have guys saying, look, man, you can't don't listen to GMS and them guys, they're false prophets, they ain't teaching, they niggas, they this, they that. They messing up your lives or whatever the case is. First of all, Yahweh Shai said, he that seeketh to gain his life shall lose it. All right. So if you woken up and think that you're supposed to have a life and be prosperous and rich and have kids and everything in this American Babylonian setup, then you're going to die, man. All right. You don't understand what it's about, because the Most High is destroyed. He never set America up to be the kingdom of heaven, man. The Lord set America up to destroy it, man. Just like going back during the time of Pharaoh, going back to the time of Egypt. Okay. It says, and that have not sought the Lord, nor inquired for him. Okay, because why? You wanted to do your own thing. It said, hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, don't be sitting up here trying to, because niggas always got something to say. All right, you got these devils always got something to say, man. You know, you got Vocab Malone and Dr. James Asswipe and all them trying to sit there and trying to distort the truth, man. Trying to take away the name of the Most High, take away the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, trying to take away the name of Yasha Allah and make it seem like this is some fictitious type thing. All right? The Lord said, hold your peace, man. Shut the fuck up. For the day of the Lord is at hand. All right? What time are we in? We're in the time of Yahweh Shai coming. Y'all worrying about Trump, what Trump is going to do? Man, listen, you better worry about what Yahweh Shai is going to do. Yahweh Shai said the day of vengeance is burning within him, man. Then he said, I will no longer meet thee as a man. Yahweh Shai is coming back with his glory, man, with the host of angels, man. And they're going to fill the heavens, and they're going to be getting busy, man, catching wreck, man, shooting lasers and everything. The scriptures tell you these things, man. All right? That's what we've been prophesying and telling you for the longest. It says, for the day of the Lord is at hand, for the Lord hath prepared a sacrifice. And guess what? It said he hath bid his guest. So you're going to be the guest, man. You're going to get front row tickets to them nuclear missiles, man. The ones of you niggas that fell back, you know, that swear by these false deities, these devils, especially. If you're in America, you ain't making it, man. Only people that's going to be delivered, period, is the elect. All right? That's why we always tell you, and you know that's a thing that at one time we got crucified for, but we teach towards the elect. Like these shows is to feed the elect, man. And if there's a wicked nigga that's watching it, you know, then this is to condemn you, man. Regardless of what stupid comments you put on the comment board. Okay? It says, and it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, because it's the Lord's sacrifice, which is what? America, the whore of Babylon, that I will punish the princes and the king's children. Because dealing with the king today really is Esau. This is Esau's rulership, the so-called white man. And the Lord said he's going to punish the princes and the king's children, because why? These devils got ill-gotten gains. They come into an inheritance. Everything that they gain, okay, is through an inheritance. That's why they live a different lifestyle than we live, man. They live in the posh areas, the posh neighborhoods. They live high off the hog, so to speak. Okay, they live high, the best parts of the land. They got the best foods, the best quality of the air. Okay, they live in a whole different world. Their reality is not the same as our reality, Jake's reality. Okay, so some of us, we live what, check to check, week to week. You know, we ain't got no goose, millions of dollars in a bank account and stuff like that. But these devils do, and they inherit it. So the Lord said that he's going to punish them because why? They got it through wickedness, man. By what? They got this land from what? Ripping off the Native American Indians, man. The Gadites and the Reubenites, man, as well as the Issacharites and the Ephraimites and Simeonites down there in the islands, man. Okay, and Gad up there in Canada. They stole this land, man. So now the Lord is what? The Most High, the Most High was going to give them a pass, man. See, Esau thought that, like the scriptures tell you in Psalms 50 chapter, they thought the Most High was with them. No, the Most High is long suffering. So the Lord allowed you to do this wickedness. He allowed you to afflict his people. He allowed you to take this land from us and destroy this land and destroy our people, man. So that he could show you his power and his might when he restores and raises up his people, which is us, the Israelites, okay, those of so-called Negro, West Indian, and Negro and Indian descent, so to speak, the 12 tribes, as you see the signs that we have, those are the real people of the Lord. And the Lord's going to show his power when he raises us up, man. Okay? And raising us up, he's going to put you devils down, man. That's what this is all about. It says, and all such as were clothed with strange apparel. In the same day also will I punish all those that leap on the threshold, which fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit. And the same could be taken as like in Wall Street, man. They over there on the floor, they trying to sit there and close a deal. And all it is slavery, all right? Because that's how, when Wall Street was established, it was established with slavery. It was established through blood, thievery, murder. Okay, they built that, we did the documentaries on it, and there's tons of documentaries out there. You can look it up for yourself. They built that the wall where you got Wall Street at, right, down in lower Manhattan, to keep out the Gadites that was attacking them, because that was sacred land that they stole, sacred Indian burial grounds, man. Okay? And they didn't have no regard for God in their life. And then they built up a wall. Now you have Wall Street, man. Then you had them devils up in there. And then they brought the slaves over. Let's not forget about that. All right? They were trading slaves on the auctioning blocks. You see what I'm saying? And they still doing all other kind of wickedness down there in Wall Street, man. And they slap high-five themselves when they closing deals and all this and that. So the Lord said he's going to punish them, man. He said, which fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit. What goes on in Wall Street? Nothing but a bunch of goddamn deceit and violence, man. They sit there and lie. They're salesmen. They're selling you stock. Oh, this is going to be the next stock that's going to plummet, man. Blah, blah, blah. Nooses. You should invest in these nooses, these special KKK noose stock, because noose is about to come back, man. They about to start lynching. Okay? I'm just trying to think of what type of shit that they be selling down there. They be selling all type of stocks and different policies, companies investing in the gold, silver, alcohol. Those are things also too they trade. We got the top Hennessy, the Louis, LVHM Hennessy, the high price Hennessy, where you might have to pay like thousands of dollars for a bottle. Okay, so they doing all this wickedness down there in Wall Street, and they don't realize that the Most High is about to pull the floor from under them, man. So it says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills, because the stock market is going to crash, man. It says, how ye inhabitants of Maktesh, which was what, a valley city, which were known for what? Just like Wall Street. See, what you're going to find out, and I got some more information. You always had different Wall Streets. Whenever Esau was selling, even during the Roman Empire, you had Wall Street, man. All right? You had that going back during that time, man. Okay? Via Sacra, or the Sacred Road, they call it, or whatever. You understand? So back then, at this time, it was Maktesh, and that was the Wall Street of this time. And then the scriptures tell you in Ecclesiastes that thing that have been is that which shall be. So history always repeats itself. So the Lord said, how ye inhabitants of Maktesh, meaning, in other words, get prepared for a collapsing, man. Get prepared for the stock market crashing. Okay? Get prepared for you losing every goddamn thing. Just like you did during the Great Depression, man. All right, back in 1980, I forgot the exact year, 2008. All right, Get ready for those times again. Those times are coming back. The Lord said, "How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down." Who are the merchant people? All the traders, the stockbrokers. All right? And they that bear silver are cut off. Because why? They sit there, trading silver, gold, right? So the Lord said they're cut off. Now, I'm going to go back to the article. Pardon me. That's the actual article that I want. Right? So now I'm going to go back and read again. It says, several noted economists and distinguished investors are warning of a stock market crash. Jim Rogers, who founded the Quantum Fund with George Soros, went apocalyptic when he said a 68 trillion biblical collapse is poised to wipe out millions of Americans. And that would wipe out millions of Americans, man. And that's all a part of the New World Order, is to get rid of, to depopulate the people. Mark Faber, Dr. Doom himself, recently told CNBC that investors are on the Titanic and stocks are about to endure a gut-wrenching drop that would rival the greatest crashes in stock market history. Now remember what it says in Daniel's the 12th chapter, that this is the worst time that there ever was, and there should never ever be a time as such. So you're going to be seeing record type of catastrophes happening. Okay, record size earthquakes, tsunamis, storms. Okay, these things this is prophecy of the destruction of America, because the Lord is collapsing America. You're going to see record stock market crash, man. This stock market crash is going to be bigger than the one going back during the Great Depression. All right. It says in a prophetic economist, Andrew Smith, and this guy Mark Faber, they call him Dr. Doom. I mean, he's an older Edomite. He got, maybe I'll go watch, put on one of his videos or whatever. He goes into some of the, because he's an insider. He's an insider. But anyway, it says let me scroll down. It says in the prophetic economist Andrew Smithers warns U.S. stocks are now about 80% overvalued. Okay? So you got people sitting up there talking about it's a good time to buy. Yeah, the market is looking great, man. There's so much money out there to be had. You got to take advantage of it. Man, everything is all inflated, man, and overvalued, man. Okay? And this is another insider. These are all insiders. So you don't got niggas. Niggas don't normally read these type of things, man. So they could put this thing out there and it'll appeal and get to the to the who they wanted to get to their people. Okay? It says Smithers backs up his prediction using a ratio which proves that the only time in history stocks were this risky was 1929 and 1999. And we all know what happened next. Stocks fell by 89% and 50% respectively. So everything that's happening is all geared towards, let's go back and read what it said back in Zephaniah. It says, I'll read, I'll start at 9 again. In the same day, I also will punish those that leap on the threshold, which fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit. Because you got some of these devils that all they do all day, they work from their home. They don't go out like we go out to jobs and build houses, and and I know because I be in a lot of their homes and I see them. There's one devil, all right. There's one devil. He just be sitting there, not a care in the world. He's home. He gets on the phone. He'll sit down on his laptop, and he's just closing deals. He's got people down there in Wall Street working for him. So this is what happens, man. This is what happens with these devils. It says, which fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people, are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles. Meaning what? The Most High searching every man's in Jerusalem, the elect, really. Okay? And the Most High, I mean, he's judging the whole house of Israel. Okay, he's measuring the house of Israel to see if they measure up to his word, man. Okay? So when he said, because that's the candle is the word, the light, right? That I will search Jerusalem with candles. And you got a lot of niggas that not into the truth. They don't measure up to the scriptures, man. It says, and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. And that's the wicked as Jakes or wicked as Israelites, okay, that rebelled against the Lord. A lot of you guys that left the truth, you fall in that category too. You know, you're comfortable on your leads, meaning you got amass the amount of money. You know, a lot of you guys that sold out, hell, the discomforted Nate, a bunch of you guys, you done sat there and you figure that you're going to be set for life. You might have like about maybe 20, 30 million in your account. You got like these so-called entertainers and celebrities. They got millions of dollars in their accounts. So they're comfortable, man. When you settle down your leads is what? Like what's that little reserve, man, or like the dregs in the one you're making wine, man. You know, so that's what it represents, like your savings, man. Okay, because a lot of you guys got big savings account, you know, so you're comfortable right now, man. That's why you don't think nothing's gonna happen. But the Lord said he's gonna search you out with candles, man. And that's why we out here, and really that's us. We're searching you out with the candle. We putting that candle on you. We putting a light to all the wickedness that you're doing, man. Okay, because you're not supposed, the scripture said, matter of fact, I'm gonna go there real quick. Book of Micah 2 and 10. Right? This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. All right? The Lord, and it's talking about being here in America. We weren't born in captivity to become a part of the Fortune 500 club, to become multi-millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, okay, to become entertainers and celebrities and be a part of this world and this system, man. We weren't born here for none of that bullshit, man. The scripture said, arise ye and depart, man. You're supposed to get up out of that mentality, man. It says, for this is not your rest, okay? So you got these guys that are settled on their leads. They're not applying this, man. And that's why the scripture said he's going to search Jerusalem, man. You ain't getting away. Nobody gets away. All right? It says because it is polluted, because if you start following the ways of this world, getting into these, the stock market, because you got a lot of niggas that think they savvy. Look, man, we going to do what the devil been doing. We going to, these white people, they've been eating lovely for years, man. We going to do what they do. We going to get in the stock market. We going to buy real estate and property and flip it and set up management companies. That's what y'all do. Y'all emulate what Esau's doing, trying to get rich, man. But the Lord said that it's polluted and it's going to destroy you. Because what happens is when you get into that realm, okay, and if you really want to make it, you got to sell out and sell your soul, man. All right, which many Israelites have, man. They have sold out and sold their soul. So now they're going to taste of that destruction. It said it shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. Okay, but right there, I'm gonna pause it on that, and I'm gonna come right back.